r/ask Reddit. What's something you can't tell your parents? Won't ever tell my dad that he is a burden. It would probably result in him taking his own life. I was granted legal guardianship of him when I was in my early 20s and my mom and sisters split from the picture. It's a young age to take something like that on. No one your age understands. Little to no resources to know what you're supposed to do next. It's been a very difficult run. He is finally in a safe place, but it's still a lot to do taking care of all his financials, on top of trying to live my own life. The rest of our family believes he should have just been abandoned, but I could never have done that. Despite the awful things he has done, it isn't who I am. I'm near enough in your position as well. I became my mum's carer when I was 21 after my dad passed away when I was 16. She's diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, manic depression and bipolar. I've stopped her making several attempted suicides and manage all of her finances and allowances. When dad died, I lost both of my parents, and now although she heavily depends on me, it's not a daughter/mother relationship. It's based on her need for me. You're absolutely right. Nobody gets it, and so many people have said just walk away. Thinking of you, stranger. I hope you have a good support network. I know that she's $500,000 in debt and does meth. That's rough, buddy. They are a pretty shit example of how you should live your life as an adult. They haven't done anything particularly bad, but just how they deal with finances and emotions and everything. It's unhealthy and not planned ahead the slightest, and they suffer a lot because of it. Damn bro, this hit me so hard. They try their best and they love me, but just that. They aren't the greatest example of how to do it in this life, and the way they handle their emotions and finances hurts me. That I'm adopted, it would break their hearts. Instructions unclear, stepsister stuck in dryer. Back in high school I wasn't as good as they thought I was. I just never got caught doing the bad shit that I did. Over a year ago my brother decided to get confessional and blabbed about everything, and I mean everything he did in high school. They asked me if I was planning to do the same. No ducking way. And I was the good eldest child. I'm pretty sure my brother and I have intimacy issues because of them. I hate pointing fingers because it solves nothing. But there's a reason your sons are in our 30s and only now getting to know women. Yo, I bumped this. Believe it or not, bullying your child about love and not having any real conversations about it makes it hard for a kid to put himself out there, or even think about it in the first place. I wasn't bullied my parents. On the contrary, I have always felt that they love me. With that said, I wish my parents would have pushed me to be more social and challenge my anxieties when I was a kid. Feels like my life would have been significantly more easy today if that was the case. Nice try, mom. I'm not your mom. Come on, tell me, son. I didn't have a headache that night. I was just high F. They know. They don't just know, they lived it once before. That I don't see a future for myself. They deserve better than to think they failed me, but I'm beginning to suspect they already think that. I felt similar in my mid-20s, working dead-end jobs to make ends meet, and figured my parents would feel like it was somehow their fault that I wasted the opportunities they gave me. Things can turn around in the blink of an eye. 10 years on and I never thought I would be where I am, financially or otherwise. Things may not look bright now, but you never know what the future holds, and I'm sure your parents are proud regardless. I don't really have any desire or goals to do anything. The only reason I am even in school is to put off having to work for the rest of my life because I don't think I can do it. It's great that you are in school. I feel the same way but can't even do school. Hey mom and dad, remember that freelance graphic design job I started 4 years ago? The one I was making more money than my old job at? I'm actually drawing furry and pony porn. Loads of it. Even worse than that. Some might not even be legal in the US. I'm not really sure. Technically they are animals, but I can't turn down half my monthly mortgage for 4 hours of work if someone wants some Falcon or Kabart. They pay a premium for extreme stuff like that and I can't resist the money. So yeah, sorry about that. I definitely am not designing people logos. I'm not even sure if there is money in that anymore. I know for a fact my artist friends that don't do porn aren't making nearly as much as me, despite some being vastly superior artists. Hopefully you are at least proud of me for being self-sufficient. Everything as they are both dead. Mind you, I am 65. How scared I am to have brain surgery in a few months and how angry I am this has happened to me. I know how stressed and worried they are already and I don't want to add to it. That I have online friends. I know they just care about my safety, but it's the only way that I can talk to people that understand me. I'm old enough that it shouldn't matter either. This big time. I've had online only friends across the world for years and they're amazing. Absolute rock in my life, but my parents would freak out if I said I talk to people I've never met from across the world. I met my wife on Omegle. I got a vasectomy. My mum really wants grandchildren but it's never going to be from me. I've been very open about not wanting children, but she thinks it's just a phase. The main reason that I can't tell them is that my sister has been trying and unfortunately failing for years. The pressure has slowly shifted towards me being the one to carry on the name and so on. I think it would break her heart. Not having kids either. Can't responsibly and in good faith have kids seeing how much is going to hell in this world. Parents know and also think it's a phase. That I was molested as a child by a stranger in kindergarten. I always feel like I don't want my parents to think they failed me cause they did a great job parenting. I've never told anyone and this is the first time writing it into words. This hits close to home. I had this once when I was a child, but only told that he was a strange guy. My parents are amazing but I would be heartbroken if they knew and maybe they would think they failed. Good luck to you and may everything be well. I'm not happy with my body, life and friends to the point that I've contemplated suicide multiple times. My unstable mental health. I don't think they'd understand. That I'm not mad at them and I love them despite not talking to them for 10 years. I'm considering moving away without telling anyone, them included. I've been having difficulties improving my life, and it eats at me. I know they don't think poorly of me, but when I'm around them I feel inadequate. Even though I do enjoy their company, I think I need to go someplace where no one who knows me is nearby to get into a good state of mind to make the changes I need to make. But there's always the fear of being wrong. So I don't know if I'll do it. Feeling the same way, bro. It breaks me whenever I see my future so numb, without hope or destiny. My boyfriend. My parents are very old-fashioned and having a boyfriend at 20 is seen as a crime. They'll force us to break up after they scold and or beat me. My boyfriend's been the best thing to happen to me and I'm not ready to give him up. I was a cam girl for a year while I was living in their basement. Did you make enough to move out the basement? If so, it was worth it. We've all done stuff for money others won't approve of, but as long as it helped get you moving then it was a good decision. It didn't, and ultimately I had to stop because there was no way for me to do it full time while living at home. It was already a side gig for me. I was also working part time, and if you're not doing cam work full time, it's difficult to break through and make real big money off it. Camming is really a full-time job that includes tons of social media presence and dedication I simply couldn't handle at the time. I absolutely loved it though and I'm very much pro sex work. Ever since I could remember I've been extremely depressed. When I was younger I made a promise to myself if my life didn't get better by the time I'm 23 I would end it. Right now minus the COVID life pretty alright, and since I didn't plan to make it this far, I'm not sure where I want to end up, but it's okay. I'm going the right way. That most of the time when I'm joking about something I was serious, but when I saw how you reacted I took it back and said just kidding. Yes, I really want to raise livestock. Yes, I said llama and alpacas. Also I was serious about the yarn thing too. I can't tell my parents how difficult they have made my life by neglecting me emotionally as a child. It used to be a bit of a meme that daddy never hugged me. Well, like that, but to such an extreme degree that it actually qualifies as damaging. I don't think I'll be going to law school, or make it past 25. You'll make it past 25. There are people in this world who love you, and if you're not doing it for them, do it for you. My girlfriend and I won't be having a wedding. Sure, we'll be going to the Justice of the Peace and having a small reception, but my mom doesn't understand the concept of not having a wedding. I absolutely cannot tell her flat out no, you're not going to be getting a wedding out of your only child. Whoa, You made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.